Good afternoon. My name is Grant Hatcher. Today is May 27th, 2026. This is for FTT 211, the follow-on for the muzzleloader lab. So we're going to be doing a few things today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be applying our first coat of stain to wood stock. This is what was provided, the Minwax wood finish, Gunstock 231. Then we're going to do our final sanding of the stain stock after my last coat, so the wood cannot take the stain anymore. Application of the wood sealer. Okay. So we have our True Oil Gunstock finish. We're going to be applying that. Doing our final polishing of all our brass. Application of stock finish. Okay. Yet evidence of the stained and sealed stock, and evidence of our polished brass components. So that's everything we're going to do today, and then we're going to summarize, talk about the difficulty, and that's pretty much it. So the first thing we're going to do, got our stock right here, got a little cord hung up, and then I took a hook and I just screwed it in there. As you can see, also this has been sanded to 420 grit as instructed, but just threw a hook in there and we're just going to hang it up just like this. This is in my garage. I have flooring down, so I'm not too worried about it. We're going to let this first coat dry for about 24 hours before we do second coat. We're going to start top to bottom. Make sure we're doing even coats. While our stock dries for those 24 hours, I'm going to go ahead and get started on polishing our brass. So this is one piece that I've already polished. I am using Mother's Mag in aluminum polish, and it does pretty good. Actually, it works pretty well on Kydex too, fun fact. And we're going to be using a Dremel with a buffing wheel, and we're going to get all these pieces cleaned up. Alright, so it's coming along, but we're going to continue this process. Alright, what is up everybody? It is the next day. Our stain has fully dried and it came out pretty even. Nothing too rough, a little bit here and there. But I got some double wool, steel wool, and we're going to just sand this down and then apply our last coat. Let that dry, and then we're going to get into our ceiling. Our stain has dried, as you can see. We've got our true oil, and the best way to apply this, we're just going to put some on our hands. It's going to give it a nice even smooth coating, and just going to rub it down. So what you can do, you have the option to take some steel wool after this dries and kind of just rough it out to give it a more satin look. I want to stick with the shiny look, and I'm going to do this between 4 and 8 times. Another option I have is, once this is done drying, to use some wax, candle wax, to give it a good waterproof coating. I don't have any right now, so that's something I'm going to have to do at a later date. But we'll get this finished up and we'll move on. We got our brass all polished up. I put a lot of work into it, but it didn't really come out how I wanted. I wish I had gotten some Neverdol. I used Mother's aluminum polish. It says it's for all metals. And buffed it, cleaned it. Then I wiped it down with gun oil, dried everything off. Looks better than it did before. Not my favorite. I was hoping for a better polish, but it is what it is. But this thing I'm very proud of. I think she came out beautifully. I know a lot of people have said in the videos at SCI, they said they want a hunter finish, where it's more dulled, so taking steel wool and dulling it down after each layer. I did about 6 layers on this. Same thing for the ramrod. I went a little lighter with the stain because I wanted to be able to tell them apart a little bit. I mean, it still blends in, but you know, I just wanted to be a little bit different. But 6 layers each. I used up almost that whole bottle of the true oil. But I think it's looking good. I'm gonna use, I mean, it is gonna be a display piece in my office, but I am gonna take it hunting this year as well. I don't really care if it's shiny. So